Hello, a very good afternoon to you from. Hello, a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth Argyle in the Championship. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and I am delighted to have alongside me, as ever, Russ Vernon. Russ, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Nicholas. Looking forward to this one today in the Championship. Plymouth Argyle, managed by Wayne Rooney this time around, should be a good game, and Wayne Rooney looking to get to a positive start in management life at Plymouth Argyle. And I'm looking forward to this one up against Danny Rose, Sheffield Wednesday, was back in the last season, Nicholas. Danny Rose improved Sheffield Wednesday, and if anything goes to how they did back in the last season, Sheffield Wednesday could be on a roll over the table this time around.
Yes, they certainly could. And I recently heard that had he managed Wednesday full time last season, he could have taken them to around about 9th or just outside of the playoffs. For Wayne Rooney, it is yet another step into the unknown. He failed to shine at Derby County. He failed to shine at Birmingham City. Could Plymouth be third? Could Plymouth be third time lucky for him? We shall see. But before we go into anything further, let's go through the lineups, starting with Sheffield Wednesday. In goal is number 1, James Beadle. The remaining players, number 27, Jan Valery. Number 6, Dominic Iorfa. Number 5, Deshaun Bernard. Number 3, Max Lowe. Number 8, Svante Ingelsson. Number 10, the captain, Barry Bannon. Number 41, Anthony Musaba. Number 11, Josh Windass. And number 9, Jamal Lowe. For Plymouth Argyle, we have in goal number 21, Connor Azard. Number 3, Nathaniel Ogbita. Number 7, Ibrahim Sissoko. Number 10, Morgan Whitaker. Number 15, Mustafa Bandu. Number 17, Lewis Gibson. Number 18, Darko Giarbi. Number 22, Brendan Galloway. Number 26, Mohamed Tijani. And number 27, Adam Forshaw. And actually rounding them all off is number 44, Victor Paulson. Russ, Sheffield Wednesday, they made a lot of signings during the summer. In fact, quite a few with experience, including Jamal Lowe, who joins from West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, they've got some good signings. They made some good signings, Danny Rowland. Like I was saying, Nicholas, if we can build on what they finished with last season under him in the Championship, you could have a really good season. Looking at some of the new signings they fetched in, Max Lowe's come in, Ingelson's come in. So made quite a few good signings. Beadle back, makes his second debut, was on loan last season. He's back at the club this time around, knows the system, knows majority of the players. They signed Ike Ugbo, who was there last season. This time I think he's on a permanent basis, but this time can't play today, Ugbo. He didn't get his work permit in time. Well, this one should be a good one, Nick. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on in this Championship season. Could be a vital one and could be a really good one for Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth this time around. And when you just look at some of the signings Plymouth have made, they've made some decent acquisitions as well. Carlson seems to be a good rider from what I've heard within and around the media. Sissoko played well towards the last of the season. Darko Giarbi, all known from Leeds United, he was there last season and he got an injury which ended his time there, which was still on loan last time, and that's why Leeds have loaned him bad there to get some more minutes. And hopefully this time he can stay injury free down at Owen Park and play a big part in Plymouth staying in the division. Plymouth, some good players in there. Adam Forshaw, another main player, and a player that's been in demand this summer, Morgan Whitaker. Be key to see if Wayne Rooney and Plymouth can keep hold of Morgan Whitaker this season. So if so, he could be a big part for them this season as well.
Okay, this could well be interesting for him. And another player that's also worth keeping an eye on is Mohamed Tijani on loan from Slavia Prague. How do you think How do you think he'll fare in the second tier of English football?
Well, we know, Nicholas, some players, when they come from abroad, take a bit of time to adjust to life in England, whether that's the second tier, third tier, fourth tier, or even the top tier of English football. Normally take a bit of time to adjust. If he can come in and hit the ground running, who knows what kind of season he could be having and what kind of player Plymouth have got in his hands. I've yet to really see him play, so I don't really know too much about him. We'd be interested to see him play today and see whether they can keep him fit and how well he performs, especially see how his partnership with Bundu in attack can shape up for Plymouth this season.
Yes, indeed. The players now standing at the foot of the tunnel. The game is taking place at Hillsborough, the home of Sheffield Wednesday, of course, and standing ahead as ever, the two captains Barry Bannon and Lewis Gibson. Before we go into anything further, let's just take a look at our referees. Lewis Smith is the man in the middle, and his assistants are Sean Hudson and Nigel Lugg. The fourth official is Thomas Nield, and the players are now making their way out of the tunnel and onto the centre of the pitch. The referee takes the match ball. The match officials are wearing orange shirts and black shorts. For Sheffield Wednesday, they're wearing their traditional blue and white striped shirts. Plymouth are all in green. Wednesday wearing black shorts and white socks with the blue bit on the top, and Plymouth are wearing white shorts and white socks. And everyone now making their way onto the centre of the pitch. Mohamed Tajani bringing up the rear for Plymouth, and so everyone now going through the formalities, wishing everyone good luck. Now let's take a look at the team in formation. Sheffield Wednesday, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Beadle in goal. The back four of Valerie, Iorfa, Bernard, and Lowe. Ingleton and Bannon flank Gassama, Windass, and Musaba, with Jamal Lowe, the lone striker. And this lineup does look really good. As for Plymouth, they are playing a more traditional 4-4-2 formation. Azard in goal, then Paulson, Galloway, Gibson, and Ogbeta, with and in midfield, Whitaker, Forshaw, Giabi, and Sissoko. Bundu and Tijani are the two forwards, and so we've already had the majority of the championship matches being played across the weekend, starting with, of course, the opening match between Blackburn and Derby, which Russ covered. Josh Windass, he scored 6 goals and 2 assists in the championship last season. And Russ, we know what a versatile and competitive player he is. He will be looking to add more this season.
He will, Nicholas, and he's a really good player for Sheffield Wednesday. Can link up between him and the link-up play between him and Jamal Lowe will be looking to be key for Danny Rowe and Wednesday this season. Those will be looking for that competitive edge for those two in attack.
Conor Hazard, the man between the sticks, the Northern Irishman, and he's just having a couple of last word with one of his teammates. Wayne Rooney looking very pensively in the touchline. His fourth managerial role, besides Derby and Birmingham, he also managed DC United in the United States, and in fact, he and Victor Paulson go back to his time there. So he knows him from there. And as Danny Roll, he won 50 points from 35 games in charge of Sheffield Wednesday since taking the role in October 2023. The players now going through a last minute discussion of tactics and strategy. Plymouth Argyle will be the team to kick us off, and kickoff is just now mere moments away. Adam Forshaw will be the man to kick us off. And the referee makes sure that everyone is in position. And away we go then for Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth Argyle, live on the commentary hub. And it looks like Sheffield Wednesday are the team setting the pace, but that was easily stopped by Conor Hazard. I think that might have been Anthony Musaba who had the ball. Now it's with Plymouth and what looks to be Mustafa Bundu. Yeah, it was Bundu. Windass passes quickly to Svante Ingelston. Ingelston concedes to Giabi. Now the ball has been taken back by Forshaw. It's Forshaw to Giabi. And the ball now being crossed forward to Ibrahim Sissoko. Russ, quite a tough opening minute for both sides. Neither willing to concede, but it looks as though Plymouth might have just edged it a bit.
Yeah, both teams are going hell for leather. This game is a fast pace so far from both sides. It's going to be a competitive game, this one. Both teams know what their managers want now, and is now about to put into practice what they've done on the training field leading up to this game.
Yes, it looks as though they certainly have. And straight away, the ball is now looks as though straight away the ball was with. I couldn't see. I couldn't see. That might have actually been Jamal Lowe. Now it's with Josh Windass. Windass crossing forwards, but kept out by Plymouth Argyle. I think he might have just been crossing to Lowe, but Sheffield Wednesday aren't going to give this one up. Barry Bannon. That's a good pass to Windass. Windass now to Anthony Musaba. Musaba does well to handle the pressure, but he goes down inside the goal area. The referee isn't interested. No penalty. Wednesday look like they're trying to appeal this one. How do you see this incident?
Yes, I'm just looking at it now, Nicholas. He did get an arm in the back, but he goes down far too easily there, Gassama, and he's looking for that one, Nicholas. No penalty there for me for Sheffield Wednesday. Gassama there, going down far too easily, and he was looking for it.
Yes, I would have to agree with you on that one, Ross. You could tell by the body language as the game gets ready to be restarted. Lewis Gibson was actually on loan at Sheffield Wednesday 6 times a couple of seasons ago, but it's a throw in to Plymouth Argyle right now. Current score after 2.5 minutes: Sheffield Wednesday 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. As Svante Ingelsson takes the ball quickly, and now it's with Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard passing rather tactically to James Beadle. James Beadle, only 19 years old. He's got a long future. He's got a long future in football ahead of him. Iorfa passing now back to Beadle. This Beadle was on loan for the second half of last season at Sheffield Wednesday. Prior to that, he was on loan at Oxford for the first part as Iorfa clipped unnecessarily, I think. That was, I think, by Mohamed Tajani. Yes, indeed it was. Throw in to Sheffield Wednesday. Neither side willing to concede that. Neither side willing to concede thus far. This has so far been frenetic, fast, and furious. And Wednesday now looking to press forward, but their advance is halted by Brendan Galloway. Galloway able to solve that. It's Bannon down the wing, I should say, to Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard, lovely quick pass down the wing to Jamal Lowe. It's Lowe to Max Lowe, and now Josh Windass, but easily defended inside the 18-yard box. Sheffield Wednesday, I feel, must be getting closer to scoring the first one of the game.
Yeah, really good play there. Josh Windass, brilliant effort to strike a goal first time as it came to him, and then good pressure to win the first corner over this game, which it looks like Barry Bannon has come across to take on the near side of the left for Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth's right.
Okay, so the near side corner to be taken by Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon standing over the ball. Bit of a scuffle going on to see who will go where. In fact, Bannon does cross into the 18-yard box, but nothing comes of it. And straight on the attack again is Fante Ingleson. It's Ingleson. Wednesday tried to forward the ball in, but resolute defending by Plymouth Argyle, and they're at it again. It's Ingleson. Ingleson doing well to hold off Ogbita, which he does. Ogbita loses it though, as Wednesday managed to retake it. The ball is now with Jan Valery. Jan Valery tries to send it. Tries to pass to. I think that was Windass, but again, Plymouth sorted that. They're playing really defensively. Are Plymouth.
They are, Nicholas, and they're defending really well so far. Good defensive line from Plymouth.
Another corner for Sheffield Wednesday though, and headed out by Lewis Gibson, the captain. But Wednesday just aren't giving this one up, and it shows as an attack by Wednesday is deflected away by Adam Forshaw. Plymouth are now having to use every player available, and Wayne Rooney watching on. Heaven knows what's going through his mind. I just can't make out his expression as Wednesday get ready to take another throw. Looks like it's gonna be a long one, as the ball is thrown into the 18-yard box, headed out by Mohamed Tajani. But are Sheffield Wednesday going to respond? The answer is no, as Plymouth once again halt that attack. I just saw a player go down. Was he pushed or tripped? I can't make it out at the moment. Danny Rawle walking around the touchline. I think he might have been wanting to have a chat with the fourth official. But anyway, it's a free kick out just up. Anyway, it's a free kick outside the goal area to Plymouth Argyle. Connor Hazard to take it. 7 minutes have now been played. It's still Sheffield Wednesday 0, Plymouth 0. As Hazard clears the ball out of the goal, but given away to Sheffield Wednesday, and the ball now being played forwards, but intercepted by Hazard. And Wednesday, they've had the majority of touches in the opposition box. Plymouth Argyle yet to register anything, Russ. But as you said, they are playing really defensively, and that's it. And that's what has thus far pleased the away fans.
Yes, and it also pleased Wayne Rooney's tactics have probably been spot on for the opening 8 minutes. Good defensive line from Sheffield Wednesday. Bannon not happy there with Adam Forshaw, and as Wednesday won that free kick foul by Forshaw and Bannon. But Wayne would be pleased with how Plymouth have set up in this game and how well they've done Plymouth Argyle, and they've done really well so far. The pressing have been superb as well.
Indeed, yes. Remember, both sides escaped relegation last season, and they will be counting on this match as a way to boost the hopes of either staying in the Championship, or in the case of Sheffield Wednesday, looking further ahead. If they play really well and score consistent points, they could well feature in the playoffs. Remember they were cruelly denied by Hull City some 8 years ago.
Well, yes, great goal as well. It was to win it for Hull, and Hull did a really good following season in the Premier League, and this time Wednesday will be hoping they can get up into the Premier League this time around, especially after what the second half of last season happened under Danny Rawle.
Okay, so Ingleson to take the throw for Sheffield Wednesday, and he throws into the 18-yard box. That's a nice long range. That's a nice long throw, but it's kept out by Plymouth. It's Bannon passing. So I think that might have been Deshaun Bernard, but intercepted and dealt with really well by Plymouth. The ball now going towards James Beadle inside the goal, but given back out to Bannon, who passes once again to Beadle. Beadle standing over the ball. And that's a quick pass out to, I think that might have been Jan Valeri. Yes, indeed it is Valeri. Valeri to Dishon Bernard. Now Iorfa back to Valeri. Valeri now to Musaba, I think that might have been, but he gets tangled up with Darko Giabi and Giabi protesting about that foul. How do you see this?
For me, Nicholas, it was a free kick, and Darko Giabi couldn't have any complaints there. Definite free kick. He's a good promising midfielder, signed as part of for Leeds, part of the Calvin Phillips deal, which took Calvin Phillips to Manchester City, and he's on the fringe of the first team. Just needs some first team minutes out on loan in the Championship at Plymouth.
Free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, but saved again by Plymouth. Musaba tries to go after the ball, but it's too late, and that was a lovely punch by Conor Hazard. Wednesday still trying to break through. Windass now with the ball, and a quick pass to Musaba. Now it's with, I couldn't see who. No, it was with Svante Ingelsson, and Ingelsson almost sent it in, but once again a really good deflection by Conor Hazard.
Yes, brilliant effort again from Sheffield Wednesday. I can sense the goals coming in, Nicholas, for the home side. But that was a good save there from Conor Hazard to keep out Ingelsson on his Owls debut.
Will they benefit from this? Will they benefit from the next corner? The answer is no. Windass was superb with the delivery, but once again, nothing gets past Conor Hazard.
Good punch away from Hazard. Going for yet another Sheffield Wednesday corner.
Windass raises his arm, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed around, but once again Plymouth see to that. Just trying to see which of the Sheffield Wednesday players was the closest to it. I couldn't see who headed the ball. It might have been Iorfa. Indeed, it was.
Yeah, Iorfa headed the ball in, Nicholas, and it was a brilliant acrobatic effort there from Dishon Bernard. We were just unlucky that he just went over the bar rather than in the back of the next. That would have been a spectacular goal to open his and Sheffield Wednesday's account for the season.
Most of the action has taken place inside the Plymouth Argyle area. Wednesdays appears to be Wednesdays has been the action on the other side seems to have been relatively quiet as Beadle now looks to pass the ball after his goal. Indeed, it does. It goes to Iorfa. Now to Musaba, excuse me. Bannon back towards Musaba. That's a lovely downwards cross to Jamal Lowe, but once again the ball is deflected away. It's another throw in to Wednesday. Windass to Lowe, and Lowe passing this time to Max Lowe. To Barry Bannon. Bannon under pressure from Bundu, but Bannon, cool as you like, really does what cool as you like, does well to hold on, and now it goes up the wing to Dominic Iorfa. It's Iorfa with the ball. Calmly passes to Bannon. Ingelston, now Iorfa again. Back to Ingelston. And Ingelston fouled once again by Giabi. Giabi had better watch himself and cool down his aggression. Otherwise he could well be in the book. Now it's Victor Paulson sending the ball forward to I couldn't see who it might have been. That might have been Mohamed Tijani. Yes, it was. Tijani hasn't made much of an impression on his first start for Plymouth Argyle.
No, Nicholas, he's not really going to the game much, though, and that's because the services being null and void from Plymouth so Fox Wednesday. When Plymouth have got the ball in those sorts of areas to try and get into the strikers, have stuffed it out.
But Plymouth could well be on the attack. In fact, no, they won't. As the ball is now being played forward to Jamal Lowe. Or is it? No, it is Musaba. Yes, in fact, it is Anthony Musaba. It's Anthony Musaba just outside the 18-yard box, but tries to send it in. Saved by Connor Hazard, and you'd have to say you'd have to say, Russ, that no matter what Sheffield Wednesday throw at Plymouth, they're just seemingly able to resist.
Yes, and there was a good effort there from Anthony Musaba. We're just too near the goalkeeper. Needs to be more in the corner, and that would have probably troubled Hazard in the goal there. But no Hazard for Plymouth yet in front of their goal as they try and provide an hazard to Sheffield Wednesday.
Now it looks as though Plymouth Argyle are on the attack. It's Sissoko, and headed away by Dominic Iorfa. That is more like it. That is more like it from Plymouth Argyle. And it looks as though they might be finding their way into the game at last.
Yes, brilliant bit of play from Sissoko there. Good ball in, but just deflected behind off Iorfa for a corner. Good bit of spell this for Plymouth. Need to pay this count.
Corner to Plymouth to be taken by Forster. Forster from the far side. Now it go, but kept out by Sheffield Wednesday. I thought I could see somebody like Forshaw about to stand over the ball, but Wednesday were just too quick for him.
Yes, good ball in initially for the corner, but Wednesday dealt with it well and forced Plymouth to go all the way back to their goalkeeper Hazard. So that attack there for Plymouth was without an hazard for Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes, indeed. Now the ball's been taken by Lewis Gibson. Quick pass to Victor Paulson. But player's been stopped for something. I can't see what. The referee raises his hand. It's a free kick to Plymouth, and it will be taken by Gibson. Gibson quickly passing to, I think that might have been Tijani. Yes, it was Tijani. Ball now headed by Iorfa. But the ball has been conceded to Plymouth, and it's Darko Giabi. Darko Giabi, can he take them on? And a quick pass to Sissoko. Sissoko trying to hold off the advantage of the defence, but again it comes to nothing. And Giabi upset about something. I couldn't see what. The ball was deflected away at the last minute. In fact, it was by Sissoko, and there it goes.
He thought it was Nick. It looked like Sissoko and Giabi thought it should have been a corner to Plymouth. Thinking the Wednesday player forgot to touch to it, but he didn't, and I think that's what they're angry about. They're thinking it should have been a corner when it clearly was a goal kick there.
Okay, we're now in the 19th minute. It's still Sheffield Wednesday 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with Nicholas Jones and Russ Vernon. It's Musaba for Wednesday. Lovely cross up the wing to Jamal. Lovely cross up the wing to Jamal Lowe. Now the ball has been taken by Jan Valeri, and over the line it goes. Just where. Now it's a corner to Sheffield Wednesday, and this is Wednesday's fifth corner. Plymouth have so far had just the one, and Gassama now standing over the line. I may have actually gotten a few players wrong, so I do apologise for that. As the ball has now been sent forward by Max Lowe, and saved by Hazard. It's with Plymouth, and Darko Giabi fouled by Bannon. Bannon passes to Windass, but Argyle keep it out. The ball is now with Svante Ingelsson. Ingelsson concedes to Sissoko though, and getting a bit of I think we're getting to a bit of a tangle or a physical altercation, and the referee quite sensibly breaking it up there.
Yeah, definitely a free kick there, and silly there from Sheffield Wednesday to give away that free kick because Plymouth will never be going anywhere with that ball down. It's still a decision to give that free kick away there.
Okay, Rooney's record as manager. He's managed 96 games. He's only won 26 of them with a win ratio of 27%. So while statistically it doesn't look good, he is hopeful that there is room for improvements. And I can see Adam Forshaw possibly limping off the side of the pitch. He's now having a chat with the physio. He must be limping, which is why he's made his way to the side of the pitch. Ross, what do you think is wrong?
I think he may have just, when they were challenging a few minutes ago, I think he may have just took a knock there on his ankle and probably picked up a bit of a knock. Probably just going across to get the physios to just have a look. And I think what's happened is, Nicholas, because what I can see now is it looks like he's got the wrong boots on, so they've had to change the boots in. And I think it looks as though, because of the warm weather here in Sheffield today, they're just having a drinks break at the moment in time, which you can see all the other players coming across to the sidelines now. So I think because of the weather and the temperatures in Sheffield this afternoon, we're just having a drinks break.
It looks very hot in this part of Yorkshire, but to go off to have your boots changed, that's very strange. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. But,
unless I think, Nicholas, probably what's happened is if we're going for a challenge and probably the studs didn't quite feel right, so he's gone off, so he's gone across with the physios to the side and mentioned it, and then they've changed his boots, maybe took his off film out then. Can you see a shot there from old man Dean Windass, who is the father of Sheffield Wednesday's Josh Windass? So he'd be looking to see his son potentially get on the score sheet this afternoon against Plymouth Argyle here at Hillsborough today.
It's not only the players that have to keep cool, it's also the fans as well, taking their cold drinks into the stadium. Josh Windass composing himself, and because of the drinks break, we may have an extended period of stoppage time before the halftime break, as Gassama gets ready to restart the game along with everybody else, and the ball will be thrown by Max Lowe. So Max Lowe is ready to throw, which he does, and it's Lowe given away to Plymouth. Now it's with Victor Palston. Victor Palston crossing to Mohamed Tajani, but Sheffield Wednesday sees that, and a Plymouth player has gone down. I couldn't quite see who it was.
It was Adam Forshaw, Nicholas. It was Forshaw who went down there just after he played the ball out wide. He just got caught late, but he's back on his feet now. I'm glad to report.
Forshaw. So Forshaw to go down. It's a throw into Plymouth, but a rather poorly timed throw in by Victor Palsson, and it's a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday. So ball now being passed out of goal to Iorfa. Now back to James Beadle. It's Deschamps Bernard back towards Beadle. Now Iorfa, but Iorfa gives the ball away to Sissoko, and you could say, Russ, that after being held off by Wednesday for so long. It looks as though Plymouth have now got a second wind and are now doing more of the attacking. It seems.
Yes, it's Sissoko's coming forward down this left-hand side because maybe that drinks break is helping them. They could be really getting more instructions into them as Sissoko's just won a free kick on the left-hand side on the edge of the penalty area. Foul. Alda and Darko Giabe just getting the ball quickly and running away with it. It's a definite free kick. Jan Valery can have no complaints there, and a definite free kick. But Plymouth, like I said, Nicholas, got that second wind there as well. I just want to say good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning to media, radio, jingles, and gaming. Hopefully, you're doing okay today.
Free kick. I'm surprised that Sheffield Wednesday player didn't get a yellow card. That looked just about yellow card worthy, in my opinion. So Plymouth get ready to take the free kick. They are a little way outside. They're a little way outside the 18-yard box. The ball goes in, but saved by James Beadle, and that's it. And that is definitely a championship-worthy save from this young man. As Plymouth are now trying to make amends for it, but Giabi has been fouled from behind, but has been fouled from behind by Musaba. Now it is Musaba. Musaba tries to keep hold of the ball, but almost given away. It goes to Max Lowe, but the referee has ruled in Wednesday's favour. Free kicked. Bannon passing to Deshaun Bernard. Now it has ended up back with James Beadle. Beadle to Iorfa. Passing rapidly up the wing, and it goes up the field, I should say, to Jamal Lowe. It's Jamal Lowe with the ball for Wednesday, but kept out once again by Plymouth. And Sissoko tries to get after the ball, but well held by Gasabo. Gasabo and couldn't see which way it goes, but excellent deflection by Victor Paulson.
Yes, brilliant play again from Sheffield Wednesday. This Gasabo down the line, he goes to Valerie. Good ball in from Valerie. Went all the way across him. Brilliant defending there by Paulson. He could have let it go because there was a play coming in that moment, but it wasn't to know. As he kicks down, Musaba was coming in. Still 0-0, but Wednesday have a corner on the side to be taken again by Barry Bannon.
Bannon raises his arms to let everyone know that he's ready. Runs up, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, and over it goes. And that was an effort by Svante Ingelsson, and the goals conceded from corners. Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday, they conceded the most last season with 11, along with Blackburn and West Brom. Once again another corner to be taken by Bannon. Or is it? No. In fact, it's going to be Josh Windass to take the corner. For Sheffield Wednesday, and in it goes, but saved by Conor Hazard. You did say earlier on in this game that the goals would inevitably go in, but now it looks as though we're gonna have to change our tune to say, if they actually come.
Yes, because both teams have defended really, really well now, and the corners in the last couple of minutes for Sheffield Wednesday have been poor. They've been cleared to the near post or caught by Conor Hazard. Those need to change in order for Wednesday to profit from some of these corners. Plymouth have defended really well so far.
Yes, indeed they have, and the ball is now being played to Jamal Lowe. Lowe inside the 18-yard box, but he tries to go for it, but once again, nice deflection by Victor Paulson.
Yes, but Paulson then, because after Lowe's had that effort, then you watch it here now, Nicholas, watch. There's a shot. He could have left that because Conor Hazard was rushing out to come and get that, and if he heard Hazard shout, he could have left that for Hazard to come and get, and prevented this corner.
Quick corner taken by Windass. Back towards Bannon now. Windass again. Nice cross into the goal area, but halted. But halted by the referee. In fact, the offside flag has gone up. We will try and work out who it is that went offside.
Nick, I think what's happened is Windass has played it to Bannon in the short corner, and then as Bannon's tried playing it back to Windass didn't come back into an onside position. The players pushed out and called Windass in an offside position.
Okay, so thanks for summarising that up, Russ. It's Bannon to Jamal Lowe, I think that was. But the ball's now been taken back by Bannon, who blazes it over the crossbar. No way was that going in. He should have been a bit closer.
Yes, but good play again from Sheffield Wednesday. Getting behind Plymouth this time, Low. And Gusaba linking her well this time. Gusaba laid it back to Barry Bannon. He could have really took a touch and dragged it away from Gibson, who was coming in. We hit it first time and then flying into the top tier and behind there. And so now Plymouth will try and come on the attack themselves.
Yeah, it looks as though Plymouth are going on. It looks as though Plymouth are going on the attack themselves, but held firm by Wednesday. Now the ball is with Jamal Lowe. Lowe loses it to Lewis Gibson. Now the ball has been quickly taken by Giarbi. Giarbi concedes to Wednesday. Now the ball is on the rush. It's Musaba to Jamal Lowe. Lowe fouled inside the 8. Lowe fouled inside the 18-yard box. No penalty given. But Musaba to Max Lowe and Jamal Lowe. That foul on Jamal Lowe by Paulson, that was really unnecessary, and I don't know what to say about it.
Nick, in fact, what happened where Paulson was tracking the runner of, I think it was Josh Windass, and Lowe can see him, and then Lowe catches it back of his own leg and goes down with Paulson just a couple of yards away from him and tries to claim it was a foul, but he actually kicked back his own leg himself and went down. No penalty there for me.
Gasabo with the ball. Now tries to cross it down the wing to Lowe, but the Plymouth defenders are having none of it. And the ball about to be picked out of the goal by Connor Hazard. Hazard quickly passes to Lewis Gibson, and it's Gibson forwarding it to I think that was Ogbita. Yes, indeed, it was Ogbita. So it's Ogbita to Sissoko. Now back towards Ogbita. Nathaniel Ogbita. That's really impressive from the defender. As Sissoko momentarily fouled, gets the ball, and it's Sissoko passing it around to Bundu. Now back towards Sissoko, but quickly taken back by Sheffield Wednesday, and now foul on a Wednesday player. I think that's Iorfa. Yes, indeed, it is Iorfa. No, it isn't. It's the number 4 player whose name I couldn't quite get.
It was a foul on Gassama, number 41, who was fouled there, Nicholas. It was definitely a free kick.
I see Gasabo and a definite free kick, and that certainly put the brakes on Plymouth's latest. That certainly put the brakes on Plymouth's latest attack. I've actually been really impressed with Plymouth over the past 10 or so minutes. Just when you thought it was over all too quickly, they've somehow pulled themselves right back into it.
Yes, and they have Nicholson. They've had that bit of Sheffield Wednesday storm. They've had a bit of spell pressure of their own, and they're coming into this game now. But yes, Wednesday's still having that bit of pressure and that bit of spell that they've had. We're becoming more of an end-to-end game and be more of an even contest.
It could well be an even contest. In fact, it isn't. Jamal Lowe scores the opening goal for Sheffield Wednesday. And what an incredible finish! Just when we thought that no goals would come, one has come. They say miracles do happen. It has happened here at Hillsborough.
Yes, it's Sheffield Wednesday will take a leading look at this play. You can see it here now. Lowe goes down the line and he uses that space to get him behind. He goes offside and he gets back onside. Brilliant ball across from Ingleson, the midfielder, who gets down that line. That's what he's been doing. He's been the one who's been breaking forward. And he puts a wonderful low ball in. There you can see it here again now. Ingleson, brilliant low ball across. And there's a perfect finish from Jamal Lowe on debut to give Sheffield Wednesday the lead and open up his account here at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday lead is 1-0, but Plymouth will be disappointed not to have kept it to 0-0 before half time. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Wednesday lead by a goal to 0, and Jamal Lowe gets a debut goal for the Owls.
And is he happy or what? Plymouth on the other hand are not so happy. They've really got to get themselves back into it. And as Ross points out, Jamal Lowe scored on debut, and just getting confirmation of the goal time, 34.23. So throw into Wednesday after Sissoko forced the ball out of play. Now the ball has been thrown to Dominic Iorfa. It's Iorfa with the ball. Quick pass to Beadle. Beadle now passing to Deshaun Bernard. Now back to Beadle. Beadle to Iorfa. Back towards Beadle. Now Deshaun Bernard. Windass to Barry Bannon. And Wednesday could well be coming for more, but good defensive work by both Connor Hazard and Lewis Gibson. They read the situation very well indeed.
They did, Nicholas, and good defending there from Plymouth.
Yes, they did indeed. And now it looks as though Gasabo wants to go ahead with another goal, but he's offside. That wouldn't have counted. And Gasama understandably disappointed.
Yes, you can see he's clearly offside there. So too Jamal Lowe, and he fired a shot in anyway, and he just deflected over from Hazard, but definitely offside there from Gasama, and he's very, very disappointed.
Not as disappointed as Plymouth. They've really got to get their act together. Bannon crossing up the field to I couldn't see who it was. It might have been Windass, but play goes on after he's been fouled. Whitaker to Darko Giarbi. It's a Giarbi to Poulsen. Poulsen back towards Whitaker, and Whitaker deflected away. Tries to have the ball deflected away by Ingleson, but it pays off eventually as the ball has been caught by James Beadle. This was the foul by Ingleson on what looks to be Adam Forshaw. I couldn't really tell what happened. Can you try and enlighten me on this?
What happened where, Nicholas, Ingleson was appealing for an handball there by Adam Forshaw, but the ball did strike the arm of Adam Forshaw, but the arm was by his side. So the officials, Louis Smith, and I think is Sean Hudson on that side, got his spot on. No penalty for Sheffield Wednesday. The arm was by his side and he didn't know much about it.
Yeah. So Sissoko with the ball now for Plymouth after it was sent out a goal. It's Adam Forshaw back to Sissoko. Sissoko, quick pass to Tijani. Tijani down the wing towards Whitaker, but intercepted by Max Lowe. He just says, "Oh no, you don't." But the ball now tries to be taken back for Wednesday by Musaba. but Plymouth still managed to hold on. It's Adam Forshaw concedes to Jamal Lowe. It's Lowe. Quick pass to Kasama. Now Josh Windass to Ingleson. Ingleson tried to hold on but couldn't, and a Plymouth player has gone down inside the 18-yard box. It's the captain, Gibson. What happened?
Yeah, free kick to Plymouth Argyle here, Nicholas, and it was a brilliant bit of defensive work from Gibson as Wednesday tried to go forward, ball into the penalty area. We seem to get here now. Ball into the penalty area. This is the goal we're looking at here now. Brilliant ball across from Ingleson and a good finish from Jamal Lowe. Reacted the quickest. That's put Wednesday in front. We're going back to this. It was a brilliant challenge initially from Gibson and Ingleson took the challenge Gibson, who missed the ball completely and gave away a free kick.
Just under 5 minutes to go until half time. There is likely to be an extended period because of the drinks break, but that's the least thing on everybody's minds right now. It's Musaba with the ball for Wednesday, but kept out by Gibson and Paulson. Sheffield Wednesday, that goal must have given them a second win because they're equally as adept at holding off any advances made by Plymouth Argyle.
Here they are, yes, and Wednesday still coming up with Plymouth. Yes, they have conceded, but they are defending well.
It's Masaba towards Lowe, but kept away by Plymouth. It's Bannon. Quick pass to Jan Valeri. Now back towards Bannon. Bannon, Lowe, and a foul by Lowe on Adam Forshaw, who just happened to get in the way.
Yeah, good bit of play again from Wednesday. Masaba brilliantly down this left-hand side. Brilliant ball in. Slip of the back post from Gassama. Comes back into the penalty area from Bannon. Here's Lowe. And then there's a push into the back there. I think it was Galloway that time. And a free kick went the way of Plymouth Argyle.
So Conor Hazard to take the free kick for Plymouth, and that's a nice long range. That's a nice long free kick towards Sissoko. Sissoko with the ball for Plymouth, does well to hold off the advances of Bannon. Now it's Morgan Whittaker, but it goes over the bar, and it's over the bar. And Russ, that could have easily been the equaliser.
Yeah, brilliant bit of play from Plymouth Argyle. Sissoko on that left hand side, showing a lot of trickery, pulls the ball across to the opposite flank, and Morgan Whittaker comes out to the edge of the penalty and then tries to do a curling effort into the top corner. Just got underneath it too much, and that's why he went over into the crowd there. But good play again from Plymouth, getting chances now. They've got to take one of these, Plymouth.
They certainly have to in the dying minutes of the first half, if not the early period of the second half, because the second half could make all the difference in this game. It's now Valerie under pressure from Ogbita, a bit of shirt pulling going on, but nothing out of line, I hasten to add. The ball has now found its way to Ibrahim Sissoko. Sissoko tries to hold on but can't. He's pushed down by one or two Wednesday players, and a free kick to Plymouth. They have to take advantage of everything they can now, as the ball is now being played around by the men in green and white. Conceding a throw in though to Sheffield Wednesday. Ross, before the halftime break, quick thoughts on how both teams have performed.
I think it's been a very good game, Nicholas. End to end, sort of a cagey affair. Neither side wanted to lose. Both teams were then getting onto a Wednesday more so than Plymouth have fought their way back into this game. Yes, they'll be disappointed to go into the break a goal down if it stays this way. They switched off momentarily and allowed Ingleson to cross for Jamal Lowe to score, but Plymouth have got themselves back into the game, defended well after that, and will look to get back into the game. Galloway with a foul there, and it looks as though Jamal Lowe will go into the book for that foul there on Brendan Galloway. As we just see it again here, Nicholas. Definite yellow card, definite free kick to Plymouth, and the yellow card for Jamal Lowe. But Wall says Plymouth have responded well to since they're going to go behind. And yes, Wednesday still look dangerous on the counter, but Plymouth have defended well and are looking to cause problems down the other end now. And a chance from Whittaker a few moments ago prove that.
Confirmation that we now have 3 minutes of added on time. I actually thought it was gonna be longer, but both sides now have to take advantage of these 3 minutes. Wednesday need to at least be 2-0 up by half time. Argyle need to equalise. Argyle needs to equalise ASAP. But the ball is with Sheffield Wednesday. Currently through Josh Windass. Now it's Jamal Lowe. Lowe towards Masaba. Kept out by Plymouth. It went up. And the ball went out the far side. But given back to Sheffield Wednesday. The ball going into the 18-yard box. Kept up. Cleared away though this time by I think that was Giarbi. By Giarbi, yes, it was, and it's a throw in to Sheffield Wednesday. Around a minute and a half to go. Around 2.5 minutes to go until the second half. But down goes Jan Valerie, and it looks as though a Plymouth player is getting a yellow card. It is Sissoko. I did say both him and Giarbi would have to watch their temperaments. Sissoko at least has failed to do so, and he'll need the half-time break to cool off.
Yes, definite free kick. Tried to get the ball, but was too late there. Definite free kick, definite booking. Can Wednesday double their lead on the stroke of half-time?
They'll be hoping that they do so, as the ball is struck into the 18-yard box, but everybody misses, and going after it is Anthony Masaba, but it's over the line. In actual fact, it was Gassama and Danny Rawle. I think he'll be satisfied with how Wednesday played during the first half.
Yeah, he'll be satisfied with how they've played. They've been the better side, in my opinion, for large parts of this game, and they've got the goal to prove that as well, Nick. So I think Danny Rawle will be very, very proud of his side's performance in this first half. And there goes the whistle for half time. Wednesday lead Plymouth Argyle by a goal to nil. What do you think both sides will need to do to change their performances going into the second half, particularly Plymouth? I think they just need to be a bit more braver on the ball, Nicholas. Take more shots, braver in the pass, and they've looked to rush things a little bit, Plymouth, in that first half. For me personally, some people may disagree, but if Plymouth take the chances, stay common and got possession, play simple passes, it could be a really good performance from them that could really get back into this game. Sheffield Wednesday just continue what they're doing. They're playing the good football, creating some good chances. More goals will potentially come for them. And just a bit of breaking news from the Premier League, Nicholas, just while we're on here. Just before kickoff, it was announced, but Chelsea now have announced the signing of Pedro Neto from Wolves. He has cost them £54 million plus I think about $3 million in add-ons, and he will join Sheff. He'll join Chelsea from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Chelsea will pay 51.4 million upfront, 2.6 million in add-ons. This will be the 8th player of the summer, and he was paraded during their half-time game in the friendly game today against Inter Milan at Stamford Bridge was Neto. So he is now a Chelsea player, Pedro Neto, signing from Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Okay, before we go to a quick break, before we go to a break, there's a few games coming. There's action coming up on the commentary hub later throughout the coming week. We're waiting for confirmation on whether Russ will be commentating on Luton Town against Burnley tomorrow night. But so one game that is definitely coming is the Carabao Cup first round. It is Bromley against AFC Wimbledon, and I will be on the mic for that one. Bromley astounded everyone in their first EFL game with a 2-0 victory over Harrogate Town. Will they be able to cause yet another shock when they face Wimbledon in the League Cup? And on Friday, the 16th of August, it is Coventry City against Oxford United, and I will be on commentary duties for that one as well. Next week, it is the start of the Premier League. Brentford against Crystal Palace with Paul James on commentary, and I will be presenting that one. And later on in the day, Chelsea against Manchester City with Russ Vernon on the mic as well, and he does it again on the 19th of August, which is the Monday. Leicester City, the Championship winners, against Tottenham Hotspur. Russ, while I've still got you here, is it possible that you will be doing Luton against Burnley tomorrow?
Potentially, Nicholas, still unsure at this moment in time. What we'll say to the listeners, check out our Twitter feed at Commentary Live 1, and I'll post confirmation on there tomorrow afternoon.
So any Burnley or Luton fans listening, stand by for further information, and you will get it tomorrow. We're gonna take a break, but we'll be back just before the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth Argyle. Sheffield Wednesday completely bossed the opening parts of the first half, but Plymouth somehow found their way back into it. Even so, it wasn't enough, and Sheffield Wednesday have the opening goal. Have the opening goal of the match. And just gonna read through some of our comments. Mike Harneman says, afternoon lads, how's the game been so far? Only just put it on after watching the Arsenal Emirates Cup match 2-0 win with Saliba and Gabriel scoring. So good for Arsenal, Mike. It's currently Sheffield Wednesday 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. Russ, do you think the scoreline will remain the same, or do you think there'll be more from Sheffield Wednesday, or can Plymouth Argyle get one in as well?
Well, first of all, just answer my good afternoon to Mike Harneman very, very, very quickly. I think it's been a good game so far, in my opinion. Both teams have done really, really well. What I'll say to your question, Nick, is I think if Plymouth get the next goal, it's going to make it very, very interesting. I think if Sheffield Wednesday getting the next goal, I think it could be game over. I think that's probably going to be the fine margins this time around. When you look at it, if you look at it with Plymouth, they have played well in parts and created some chances, but not really tested Beadle in the goal. Wednesday have tested the goalkeeper on a number of occasions and had more shots for me. So I think Wednesday will probably be the happier of the two sides. And I'd have to say Plymouth really need to test Beadle a bit more to get anything out of this game. Otherwise, it could be curtains for them, especially if Plymouth concede an early goal in the second half.
The pitch being watered, understandably so, as it's very hot. In fact, the fans now trying to cool each other off. We're just about a few minutes away from kickoff in the second half. So before we go into that, Russ, we know that the Premier League is coming next season. So I'm going to have to put you on the spot, I'm afraid, my friend. Who do you think will win the Premier? Who do you think will win the Premier League, and why?
Well, it's very hard to look past Manchester City, Nicholas, because of how well they're playing with the money and the squad that they've got, the calibre of players that they've got in the squad. However, also pushed them close last season. And for me, I think it's going to be down to the wire, and I think it's going to be between Arsenal and Manchester City. But I'm going to put my neck on the line, and Mike will be pleased with me here when I say this, and say Arsenal will win the Premier League next season. I think they'll just nick it from Man City this time around.
Okay, so we're just about to get underway for the second half. It'll be Sheffield Wednesday to kick us off this time. And away we go then for the second half between Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth Argyle at Hillsborough. The ball is now with Josh Windass. Windass tries to cross it forward, but is sacked. But the ball is easily picked up. But the ball is easily picked up by Connor Hazard. The ball now being rolled out towards Adam Forshaw. It's Forshaw to. I think that's Max Lowe. Yes, indeed, it was Max Lowe. No, it wasn't. It was Ogbita, and down goes Sissoko. Sissoko. It's Gibson, but given away to Bannon and Windass. And Windass brought down, but quickly back up. The ball now being played down towards Sissoko, but nicked by Sheffield Wednesday. It's Gassama. Gassama with the ball. Now a quick pass around, and Barry Bannon tries to make it two, but can't. Good defending by Plymouth Argyle. They seem to have gotten some. They seem to have gotten some kind of second. They seem to have gotten some kind of second wind. And I've been instructed by Russ to go. I've been instructed by Russ to go through the teams again. Actually, it's Beadle in goal for Wednesday. Then it's Valeri, Iorfa, Bernard, Lowe, Ingleson, Bannon, Musaba, Windass, Lowe, and Gassama. For Plymouth, we have Hazard, Obita, Sissoko, Whitaker, Bundu, Gibson, Diaby, Galloway, Tajani, and Forster and Paulson. But, as I say that, corner denied by Plymouth Argyle. Wednesday about to take it through Windass, and that was a lovely deflection by Plymouth Argyle there, Russ.
Yes, good defending there from Galloway to block Iorfa's head across, following Windass's corner, and he goes behind for yet another corner. This time, Windass has gone into the penalty area, so he won't be taking it this time around. This is 10 corners to Wednesday, 1 to Plymouth. Wednesday need to make one of these corners count.
Yep, they certainly do. It's Barry Bannon. That will take the corner, and he runs up. And the ball goes into the 18-yard box, headed away by one of the Plymouth defenders. Now it's headed in by Ingelston and almost sent in by Gassama, but once again well held by Connor Hazard.
Yes, good save from Hazard this time around. Nicky's claimed it really well that time around, and he bounced on him going to the second time of asking, with good claim nevertheless.
Now it looks as though Plymouth Argyle are going to try and make a break for it. It's Mustafa Bundu. Bundu with the ball, passing down the wing to Nathaniel Obita, but the ball goes the other way, and I couldn't really see what happened. What did Obita do?
Ball came in, Nicholas, and he put too much on the cross, and it went all the way behind for another goal. For a goal kick to Wednesday this time around, Nick, and or maybe even gone out for a throw-in. I'm not really couldn't really tell. He went out for a throw-in, so he went all the way across and out for a throw on that far side. So poor cross in the end.
A real blink and you'll miss it moment. But Wednesday tried to take advantage of this, and they have done. It's Gassama. It's Gassama with the ball. Gassama tries to pass but can't. Now the ball is swiftly taken back by Jan Valeri. Jan Valeri back to Gassama. Gassama passing to Ingelston. It's Ingelston! But and Ingelston almost passed to Lowe, but Lowe was just brought down at the last moment. That could have been the second.
Yes, great play again from Sheffield Wednesday. Gassama into Ingelston, was onside. Low crossing and come off the last and went behind for a goal kick. But that's a good bit of play again from Sheffield Wednesday. This time down their right hand side, near side of the right this time around. Gassama, out to Ingelston, getting forward from that defensive midfield role, putting a little good cross in, but Lowe couldn't turn it home.
So the ball now cleared out of the goal by Connor Hazard. Ball has now been given to Valerie, but quickly taken back by Brendan Galloway for Plymouth, and he got tangled up with I think that was Lowe, but nothing given apart from a free kick to Plymouth Argyle. What changes do you think Wayne Rooney will need to employ for Plymouth during the second half?
Maybe some tactical tweaks, maybe. I'm just looking at some of the players they've got on the bench who can potentially fetch on. Randall, good midfielder. Ryan Hardy, if striker, will potentially take off a midfielder and put another striker and go 4-3-3. That could potentially work for Plymouth against Sheffield Wednesday. But then again, Wednesday, a defending resolute, so they maybe need to fetch another attacker to try and change the dimension, maybe change it and go to a 4-3-3 rather than 4-4-2, or maybe even try and match them up and go forward and maybe change it, do things that way potentially. We'll have to wait to see what Rooney's got up his sleeve, if anything, for Plymouth Argyle.
Yes, indeed, and now the ball is now being played forward by Sheffield Wednesday. The ball has now made its way to Jamal Lowe. I think it was Ingelston. Ingelston towards Lowe, but kept out. Windass tries to take the ball back, but can't. It's now back with Plymouth Argyle though. Giabi concedes to Wednesday. It's now Musaba to Ingleson. Quick pass to Bannon. Bannon now to Gasama. Gasama crossing in towards Jamal Lowe, and the ball goes in for Sheffield Wednesday's second goal. It might well have actually been a Plymouth player's own goal. We'll have to try and work this out, but it's definitely 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes, brilliant play again from Sheffield Wednesday. Good crossing from Anthony Musaba on that left-hand side. Found the play of Jamal Lowe, who headed back across, back into the danger area. Looking at it again here, Nicholas. Brilliant ball, Bannon out wide. There's Musaba, does really, really well. Musaba, he pushes under the plate for Jamal Lowe, the back post. He headed back across, scrolling towards Musaba. He just hits the face of Galloway, and then wrong foots Connor Hazard and ends up into the back of his own net. Unfortunately for Plymouth, that goal had been coming. Wednesday been doing well in the second half, and the goal had been coming, but unfortunately for Hazard, he can't keep that out, and Galloway just found the net on opening day to the wrong end of the wrong end. Wednesday lead by 2.
So we can definitely confirm it was a Brendan Galloway own goal. He will be kicking himself for that as the Sheffield Wednesday take the throw in to be taken by Jan Valeri. Valeri looks for the best possible angle to throw, but that's a really poor throw in. Nevertheless, Wednesday keep hold of the ball. It's Ingleton towards Bannon, now Valeri, and Lowe! And that was almost it. That was almost in, but it just bounced off the side netting. Jamal Lowe, he'll be disappointed with that. That could have been the third for Wednesday, but just so close. And we appear to have lost. Yeah, go on.
Yes, it was a fantastic bit of play there from Wednesday. Good ball into the back to the back post. Lowe couldn't get there. Musaba tried to ball it into the back post. Really should have made it free there. Unfortunately, just pushed on the wrong side of the post there, Musaba.
Yeah, but just as I say that could have worked. But just as you say, that could well be another third for Wednesday. Lowe just outside the 6-yard box. Can he hold on? No is the answer, and the ball is just slid out. Jamal Lowe. I think he might well have been fouled from behind, and that was indeed. I think that was either by Galloway or Ogbeta, but Galloway certainly making amends for that own goal by just deflecting it away at the last moment.
Yes, brilliant bit of play. You see the own goal again. Brilliant from Gasama. He chips up to that back post. Lowe's there, heads it back across, and he just hit Galloway and wrong-footed Hazard. But unfortunately for Plymouth, he went into the wrong end. If that had happened in the first half, that would have been a perfect goal for Plymouth. That's right,
but they should know that that's not how these things work. As Hazard tries to clear it towards Sissoko, but deflected away, and it will be another throw in, and Wayne Rooney has decided that he will make some changes. A couple of Plymouth players are looking to get ready to come on as a substitute. I could see 3, as a matter of fact. One of those is number 11, Callum Wright.
The other one I can see, Nicholas, is number 9, Ryan Hardy, and I'm just trying to see who the third one is in a moment. Can't really tell who that third one is at this moment in time. But I can see Callum Wright and Ryan Hardy. Or I can confirm Callum Wright and Ryan Hardy are the 2 players who are coming on for. And the other one is Bailey Mumba coming on for Plymouth Argyle here. 3 changes. Bailey Mumba, Ryan Hardy and Callum Wright all about to enter the fray for Plymouth Argyle.
Is this a good tactical decision by Rooney, letting 3 on at once?
Potentially, Nicholas, as I can confirm, the players going off is Mohamed Tijani, Mustafa Bundu. So the 2 strikers have gone off. And also coming off is Nathaniel Ogbita as well. So they're the 3 changes for Plymouth. And sometimes the 3 changes can work well, or sometimes can go against them because they've got to go to the speed, get used to the positions where they're going to be playing, and then the rest of the teammates have got to get used to them being in those positions rather than the original players that were started out there. So it can go either way.
So Gibson to Palston. Now the ball still remains with Plymouth Argyle, though. It's now with Morgan Whittaker. Whittaker concedes to Windass for Sheffield Wednesday. Now the ball's been passed to Bannon. Back with Wednesday, though, and tripped and fouled tripped and fouled by Plymouth, and that was Adam Forshaw. Forshaw trying to make his feelings heard, but is quickly calmed down. By the referee. I don't think Forshaw had anything to complain about.
No, I'm just looking at this again here. I don't think this is not a foul. Well, for Adam, that is definitely a foul that Adam Forshaw. Timothy wasn't pleased with the decision that went that way, and I can say it was definitely a free kick for Wednesday there. Adam Forshaw needs to be careful.
He certainly does. He certainly does, both physically and verbally as well. As the down on the ground has gone Jan Valeri, and the way he's moving by his body language, that looked pretty violent indeed.
Yes, Valerie's staying down here. Definitely a free kick foul on him by Bailey Mumba, who just come on with the seat here now, Nicholas. It was a brilliant bit of play from Sheffield Wednesday. There was an handball there, issued by Bailey Mumba. Valerie gets there, tries to get the ball, and he kicks him, trying to get the ball because he lays onto the ball. So for me, I see why the referee's Gidix kicked out at Valerie, but for me, I'd probably get it the opposite way for obstruction, no lane Plymouth get the ball there.
Free kick to Wednesday through Windass, but the ball kept out once again by Plymouth. Barry Bannon now with another try. It sails towards Jamal Lowe. Lowe tries to keep hold of the ball, but Adam Forshaw isn't going to give up without a fight, and neither is Sissoko. But I think Sissoko might have forced somebody out, and he is clearly annoyed. He's clearly annoyed at what's just happened. Quick corner to Wednesday, though. It's Bannon crossing it in, but over it goes, and it's still 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday as we approach the hour. And Russ, we did say that Sissoko will need, and Russ, we did say that Sissoko would need to cool his temperament. It doesn't look like he's done that.
No, he was not happy that he went giving away the corner there, and he's feeling it should have probably been a goal kick to Plymouth. But I can say that it was definitely a corner, and the officials got it spot on. He's looking straight at his linesman on this near side, which I think is Nigel Lugg. He's looking straight at it, and he was definitely got that one spot on there.
Throw in to Plymouth. The ball is now being thrown around. It was with Plymouth, but I think it might have been taken by Sheffield Wednesday through Dominic Iorfa. Throwing once again to Plymouth. I thought it was going to be right. Plymouth trying to take advantage of the throw-in, and they have done. It's Callum Wright. He's under pressure from Max Lowe. Lowe steals the ball, and Wednesday once again showing really strong defensive skills. Plymouth aren't giving this one up without a fight, and the ball was almost sent in towards Ryan Hardy, but well blocked by Wednesday. And now on the attack with the ball is Jan Valerie. It's Valerie. pincer movements almost by Sissoko and Brendan Galloway. That foul looks a bit too simple for me.
Yes, a brilliant bit of play from Jan Valery again away there. Won the ball initially there, Sissoko, but then in the second time around, Galloway and Sissoko got Valery at that time, and that's why the free kick has been given.
So free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. It's either going to be Josh Windass or Barry Bannon. So they're on the near. So it's on the near. So it's on the near side of the goal, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Windass raises his arm, and Bannon steals the dummy. Windass with the ball and headed over by Deshaun Bernard. Had he been a bit closer, that could have been the third for Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, brilliant free kick again from Windass. Put on the money there. That's a brilliant ball in. No one picked up Bernard. I think he's trying to head it back across where it comes from because Mustafa's at the back post unmarked. And if he'd have done that, Mustafa would have made it 3, and that would have surely been game over. But a 2-goal lead is a dangerous one, just like 1-0 leads are. So Wednesday really need to be careful. If Plymouth get the next goal, we could be on for a grandstand finish.
And as one might say, if they need to get the second goal in, they need to make it snappy. But Wednesday are still determined that they will not do so. And that was an open space wasted by the Owls. The forward players didn't even know the ball was there. As Plymouth now have a chance of their own. The ball now being sailed forward to Ibrahim Sissoko. Sissoko now making his way into the 18-yard box. The ball almost caught by Callum Wright, but that was a wasted opportunity by Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah, poor crossing in the end from Sissoko. That was never going to get an end of that one. He put far too much onto it. He runs out for a throw to Sheffield Wednesday, which will be taken by Maxlow, who is making his debut here. Signed from Sheffield United after being out of contract. So it was one off, so it stops the red and white half of the city to come to the blue and white half.
Yeah, yes, that's right, he does. And after just over 64 minutes have been played, it still remains Sheffield Wednesday 2, Plymouth Argyle 0. And the ball still remains with Sheffield Wednesday. The ball now being played towards Gassama, but kept out by Connor Hazard. Now the ball has been given to the substitute Mumba. Mumba passing up the field, up the wing, I should say, to Paulson. Now it's with Callum Wright. It's Wright. Tries to hold off the advances of Bannon. He passes to Whittaker. Now back to Wright. Wright, good forward. Right, good forward cross to forward pass, I should say, to Paulson. Plymouth still hold the ball. It's now with Sissoko. Given away back to Sheffield Wednesday though, with Jan Valery and Dominic Iorfa. So Iorfa quickly passing to Deshaun Bernard. Now back towards Iorfa. Iorfa under pressure from Plymouth, but he does well to hold them off. It's Ingleson now with the ball for the Owls as they try to press forward. It's Gassama to Windass. Windass does well to hold off Giabi and Mumba, but Plymouth are able to take it off at the last minute. It's Bailey Mumba. Mumba gives it away to Lowe though, but Plymouth read the situation really well, and they were able to. Plymouth read the situation really well, and they were able to take control of the ball. It didn't last long. It didn't last long term though, as as it looks like it will be a free kick. And no, in fact, it won't. So substitution has been made for Plymouth as Sissoko is taken off, and on comes Freddie Isaka. On comes Freddie Isaka. Isaka now makes his way onto the pitch. I think that was a good tactical move by Wayne Rooney to substitute Sissoko for Isaka, because he knew that if he carried on with his behaviour, he could well have been in trouble.
Yes, absolutely, Nicholson. You don't want to get a red card here, Nicholson. Get sent off. So I think that's the right decision from Wayne Rooney, just to substitute him for Freddie Isaka, who can potentially do just as good as Sissoko has done to try and help Plymouth back into this game.
Sissoko might have shown signs of temperament, he has made a good contribution to Plymouth's gameplay so far in this game, and now that they've included and also take nothing away from Darko Diaby, and also I think Callum Wright could well be starting to make a good impression.
Yes, absolutely, Nicholson. Wednesday have done well defensively in the second half, not allow Plymouth any room for chances on and shots on goal. So brilliant defensive work from Sheffield Wednesday in the second half. Plymouth have done well in parts defensively as well to keep it, another conceding in the second half, but to keep it 2-0 since going 2-0 down. So if they can improve on this, Nicholas, Plymouth can only just get better in this season, because they've played some good football so far. They
certainly have. And the ball is now being passed around to Brendan Galloway. Galloway to Isaka, but given away to Gassama. It's Gassama that concedes once again to Galloway, and the ball goes and the ball goes over the line at the near side right. It'll be Bailey Mumba to take the throw for Plymouth as we've now entered the 70th minute. It still remains Sheffield Wednesday 2, Plymouth Argyle 0, and Wednesday need to at least hold on and preserve their lead, or at least get one in. But Plymouth appears to be more resilient. But just as I say, that's Anthony Mutaba now enters the 18-yard box, and that is narrowly, and he narrowly misses a third. But he doesn't let it get to him. Cool as you like. He just G's up the fans. Right. Well, we appear to.
Really bit of play there from Sheffield Wednesday. Mustaba brilliantly went into the penalty area and just dragged a shot wide there. Unlucky that time. Should have been 3-0.
Yes, but you have to agree how very cool and calm he was. But just as I say, that was almost a third, but Wednesday via low, but well held by Plymouth. And speaking of Plymouth, down goes Bailey Mumba, and that will be a free kick to. There'll be a free kick to the Pilgrims to be cleared out of the goal, to be cleared away by Conor Rassov. The Sheffield Wednesday fans are enjoying this, but for the Plymouth fans, I expect it will be a very long and painful trip back down south.
Yes, it will be, Nicholas, unless they can get at least a goal to cheer about, and potentially a point if they can get the next goal in this next 5 minutes or so. We could be on for a grandstand finish, especially if Plymouth continue to pile on the pressure.
They're piling. Well, pile on the pressure as they might. They just can't. They just not make it. They just can't seem to make it. They just can't seem to make it count. As Valerie passes to Ingleson. Now back towards Valerie. Ingleson again. Ingleson now towards Bannon. It's Bannon, but Bannon momentarily fouled, but helped up, I should say, by Forshaw. Free kick taken. No complaints, and that is just what we want to see. Free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Quick pass to James Beadle in goal. Bannon to Ingleson. Now the ball is being crossed down to a Gassama. Now it's with Josh Windass. And over the bar it goes, and that was courtesy of Anthony Musaba. Musaba needs to be less aggressive with the shots, and they'll be easily in the nets.
Yes, brilliant play again from Sheffield Wednesday. They've been impressive today, Wednesday. Brilliant bit of play. Kasama to Windass, on to Musaba. And Musaba, I think if you're just looking from this angle here, as he comes to him, he leans back a little bit, just as about to take the shot. And that's why he goes over. He gets his head and foot over, knee over the ball. Probably bends it he probably puts it in that bottom corner. But he leaned back, found it over, and that's why he went into the crowd. There's Maxlow. He's down on the floor, requiring some treatment here for Sheffield Wednesday. He's done well as the debutant at left back today.
Yeah, he certainly has. I was about to point out that he does have a problem. I wouldn't be surprised if he substituted, and the fourth official holds up the board, and I can indeed confirm he will be substituted. And taking his place is another Wednesday regular, Marvin Johnson, and also coming off is Gassama. Didn't quite see who he will make room for. We will find out.
I can tell you, Nicholas, that the man who's coming on is number 19, Olaf Kabaki. He's coming on for Sheffield Wednesday.
Olaf Kabatsky coming off for Sheffield Wednesday, but Gassama was an impression he's made throughout this game. But Gassama was an impression he's made throughout this game. He could well be one of the main players that Wednesday will look to. And also coming off, I can confirm is definitely coming off is Lowe and Gassama. But to get back to Gassama, he could be one to watch for Wednesday this season.
Yes, being impressed, Nick. I was impressed with him back in the last season since Danny Rose come in, and his form has just continued to get better and better. He's a fantastic young player, really good young prospect. I think he could light up the championship this season, and if he continues to perform like this, Wednesday could potentially have a bit of battle on their hands to keep him in their squad.
Yes, that certainly could well be the case. Come the next few transfer windows this season. 15 minutes to go at Hillsborough. It still remains Sheffield Wednesday 2, Plymouth Argyle 0. Ball now being thrown to Callum Wright, but over the line it goes, courtesy of Paulson. So it will be, and I think a Sheffield Wednesday player might have gotten a touch to it. So it will be another throw-in to Plymouth Argyle. Paulson holds the ball over his head, looks for the right angle to throw. He throws, but caught by. But I think it might have been deflected off Wednesday. Now it's with the captain. Now it's with the Argyle captain Gibson, who passes to Connor Hazard. Hazard concedes to Olaf Kabatsky, and Olaf Kabatsky looking to make an impression in the second. Looking to make an impression after coming on as the substitute. It doesn't go the right way for him, but he shouldn't be too discouraged. There'll be plenty of opportunities like that for him over the course of the season ahead. Windass to take the corner for Sheffield. Windass to take the corner for Sheffield Wednesday, and he kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed by Jamal Lowe, but saved by Connor Hazard. And at the last 15 minutes of any match, Russ, this is when the losing team will probably want to start to panic.
Potentially, Nicholas, with some teams, when they're losing, keep a cool, calm head and try and work openings for a potential way back into the game by getting a goal back, or at least try and work a way to get on the score sheet. As Ryan commits a foul there, and Wednesday win a free kick. Foul on Bernard in the right back position there.
Yes, that was indeed the foul. Yes, indeed, that was the foul by Wright on Deshaun Bernard, and for Wayne Rooney. This is not the start. This is not the start to his time at Plymouth that he will have wanted. But he should not let it get. He should not let it get to him. There is still a long way to go until the end of the season. But Callum Wright crosses down the wing towards Freddie Issaka. It's Issaka with the ball. It's Issaka with the ball now for Plymouth. He's entered the 18-yard box, tackled and deflected away by Valerie and Bannon. Good teamwork between those two.
Yes, fantastic teamwork between those two. And Jan Valerie just shepherds out Freddie Issaka there to make sure Plymouth doesn't come to anything.
Yeah, and free kick given to Sheffield Wednesday, and the pass by Deshaun Bernard to Beadle. Bernard gives it to Windass, and it goes over. Gives it to Windass, and it goes over the line, but quickly taken by Wright for a throw. In fact, no, it's not going to be. It's not going to be Wright that throws. It'll be Whittaker, I think. But throw taken anyway by Plymouth, and over the line it goes again. And I can tell you that the person who threw was Victor Paulson. So Paulson gets ready to take the throw. He throws to the substitutes. And he throws to Giarbi, I should say. Now the ball being passed around to Brendan Galloway. It's Brendan Galloway for Plymouth, and Galloway crossing the ball towards Freddie Issaka, but it goes over the line. It's a Plymouth throw to be taken by Bailey Mumba and to the Plymouth fans and staff members not looking very happy at the moment. As it's Josh Windass inside the 18-yard box for Wednesday, and the substitute and the substitutes Kovatsky, but well held and defended by Plymouth. They've got to use whatever chance they have to reduce the deficit. It's Morgan Whittaker, and he crosses to Freddie Issaka, but well held by Wednesday. Kovatsky to a Jan Valerie. Now the ball is with Svante Ingelsson. It's Ingelsson back to Valerie. Now Beadle in goal. Beadle passes to Deshaun Bernard. Now it's with Barry Bannon. Bannon crosses down the wing over the centre line to Ingelsson. Now it goes back as far as Valerie. Valerie to Iorfa. Quick pass to Bernard. Has to watch out for Callum Wright. Now it's with Windass. Windass towards Bannon. Now the ball being crossed forward to Jamal Lowe. Lowe tried to get off the ball, but good deflection by the Plymouth captain Lewis Gibson.
Yes, brilliant defending there from Gibson. Stole the danger and read it really, really well there.
Yep, he certainly did. And Plymouth, as the Sheffield Wednesday, I should say, bring themselves back into it. It's Mustafa, and in it goes. That's the third for Wednesday, and it's Josh Windass. No surprises there, and that has surely put the game beyond doubt for Plymouth now.
Yes, Sheffield Wednesday have got their first 3 points of the season by getting 3 goals for the season so far. 3 different goal scorers. Well, 2 different goal scorers for them and an own goal. And we'll just look at this again. Brilliant throw, Windass into Musaba. Musaba pulls the ball back, and there was Windass to finish it off brilliantly. Musaba does absolutely well. Puts Gibson slipping down, and then pulls the ball back into the path of Windass, who's coming in, jogging on the spot on the edge of the 6-yard ball, and just says, "Thank you very much. I'll add my name to the score sheet. I'll add a third to Wednesday's tally for the season so far, and wrap this game up once and for all. Sheffield Wednesday 3, Plymouth Argyle 0, and that will be Josh Windass's last involvement in the game as he makes way to a standing ovation here around Hillsborough as coming on. In his place is number 14, Paul Valentine, who comes on, and also coming on is number 24, Michael Smith, who is replacing number 27, Jan Valery.
Yeah, Josh Windass certainly deserves a rest after all. Certainly deserves a rest after that, play resumes with just under 7 minutes to go. So it's Paul. So I can confirm that it is Paul Valentine and Michael Smith that will come onto the pitch as substitutes. Advantage Plymouth, says the referee, as the free kick will be given to the Owls. For Wayne Rooney, what more can I say? Just such bad luck on his first game as Plymouth boss. He's just hoping that it won't be a bad omen.
Yes, and Plymouth have did well for the biggest parts of this game. However, Nicholas, Sheffield Wednesday have just been far too strong for them in the end.
Kabatsky to Paul Valentine, but the ball has indeed gone over, and the Sheffield Wednesday fans absolutely enjoying it. No matter who you are or where you come from, it's the football club. It's the football club that matters them. It's the football club that matters a lot to you. As Bannon takes the corner for Wednesday, and it sails over the head of Michael Smith. But that said, Michael Smith is able to get it back, and I actually thought for a moment that was going in, but defended by Plymouth Argyle. Kabatsky, it's Olaf Kabatsky. Can he make it 4 at the last? Can he make it 4? The answer is no. Defended by Plymouth. But that long shot by Michael Smith, Russ, I was convinced it was going to be 4.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go in as well, Nicholas, but a decent, good piece of defending from Plymouth there to deny him, and then I often couldn't get a strike and a goal, and now Plymouth can breathe a sigh of relief as they will try and come forward here now.
Yes, indeed, and Plymouth are certainly going to do it. Pressing forward, it's Morgan Whittaker. Can he at least salvage a consolation goal? He can't. And holding his shirt in his head. Gutted he missed out. So now we're in this kind of lull in play. Russ, you have a player of the match for us.
Yes, but I'll announce in a few moments' time. Nicholas not on the schedule. That one there for Morgan Whittaker. He was absolutely poor decision making there for Morgan Whittaker. He tried to place it to the bottom corner. If he took an extra touch, he probably could have had a better angle on the shot there. But he tried to do it first time, and that's why he went wide there, Nicholas. Play the match will be coming. I'll announce it very shortly, Nick.
Okay, so I wait for so we wait for bated breath for Russ's player of the match as Beadle clears Beadle clears the ball out of goal for Wednesday. Argyle are still hungry for at least a consolation goal. Giarbi to Freddie Issaka. Now back towards Giarbi again. It's Giarbi, but that is just wide, and that is the closest that Plymouth Argyle have come to scoring in this match. And Russ, that is very disappointing from Darko Giarbi. Good effort though, it wasn't enough.
Yes, brilliant effort from Darko Giarbi. Just couldn't find the bottom corner with the effort there, but that was a brilliant bit of play there from Plymouth and a good effort in the end from Darko Giarbi. And as the substitution is made, Nick, which sees Svante Ingolston replaced by Liam Palmer, I'm delighted to announce that Svante Ingolston is my player of the match for Sheffield for this game and Sheffield Wednesday. And it's been a fantastic performance from Sheffield Wednesday. He's performed well in the midfield. Assist for the first goal for Jamal Lowe, and he's just performed fantastically in midfield. As I was speaking there, Nick, I saw a shot of Colleen Rooney and one of Wayne and Colleen's sons in the crowd down at Hillsborough today in the director's box.
One of his sons
was Svante Ingolston, my player of the match.
Okay, I was just going to say that one of Wayne Rooney's sons is, I believe, a youth player. Can't remember who it is or where, but we will let you know in due course, and of course in the years to come. But play still goes on. We now have just under 2 minutes to go until full time. As Argyle now try to play it forward. It's Callum Wright. Callum Wright with the ball. He's just the other side of the halfway line. Quick pass to Darko Giarbi. Giarbi now to Issar. Giarbi now to Freddie Issaka. Issaka now closing in on the goal. Kept out by Wednesday, but the ball goes as far over the line. This time towards Lewis Gibson. Plymouth Argyle just aren't going to give this one up without a fight. And as we tick towards the 90th minute, Plymouth Argyle, I would say, have run out of options. But like I say, they are not going down without a fight. And Deshaun Bernard deflects the next effort by Callum Wright. But now it goes towards Freddie Issaka. But players been pulled up for something. I think I saw Barry Bannon and one or two other players pull their hands up for something. Did Issaka make contact with anyone?
He made contact with the ball, Nicholas, with his arm, with his hand, so he's giving handball there, free kick to Sheffield Wednesday, but it's not from where James Beadle's going to be taking it. It should be from inside the penalty area. But, Nicholas, for me, it was definitely handball, but it should be a free kick inside the box, not where he's taking it from.
Free kick taken nonetheless by Beadle, and we have now reached the 90-minute mark. So it just remains to be seen how many minutes will be added on. 6, as it happens. So Plymouth do at least have a chance of a consolation goal. Very small chance, but a chance nonetheless. And also credit to the fans. Credit to the Plymouth fans. They are staying in their seats instead of leaving, as Issaka has now entered the 18-yard box. Issaka trying to hold on to the ball, and now stopped by Whittaker, and just wide by Whittaker. That is just disappointing. Bites his shirt in frustration, and I can understand why.
Yeah, brilliant run from Issaka. For the Issaka, first of all, to run across the front of the penalty area, and then fell kindly for Morgan Whittaker. Hit it, took a touch and then hit it. Potentially, if he hit it first time, it might have done something a bit better there. Morgan Whittaker, but another good chance wasted there for Plymouth.
Yes. If Plymouth had Plymouth not wasted all those goals in the first half, they could well have been equalised. They could well have been equal, or at least a goal down. Do you agree with this?
Yes, potentially, Nicholas. Plymouth have had some chances, but they've just not been able to take them, and I think that's what's let them down today, Nicholas. You look at it, and Plymouth have had the chances to score, but I think what's let them down is potentially the finishing. If they had the shooting boots on today, we'd have probably seen a better, more even game. And I think I'd probably put a curse on them, Nicholas, because in the first half, I was saying to them that it was an even contest, and then Sheffield Wednesday took the lead. She was still 0-0 at that moment, and then Wednesday took the lead with the next attack. So I think I put the curse on Plymouth this afternoon, and any Plymouth fans listening, I'm very sorry for doing so.
I wouldn't say that's a curse. I'd probably say that's a prophecy which just turned out to be wrong.
Maybe, Nicholas, but I do have a thing where I say something, then where it's been an even contest, and that Sheffield's been an even contest so far, and then one team take the lead, and it always comes back to bite me in the end.
Corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Could this be the chance for 4? The answer is no, as that was almost taken by the substitute Smith and Valentine, but and also by Olaf Kabachski. One of the substitutes, that Olaf Kabachski, he's impressed me ever since he came on. I think we might see more of him if he carries on playing the way he is. But still, Wednesday look for a 4th, headed by Michael Smith and almost picked up by Musaba, but he collided with Conor Hazard. And the ball yet again it did not go in. So the ball is now with Olaf Kabachski. It's Kabachski towards Jamal Lowe, but sent away by Brendan Galloway, and with around some 2.5 minutes to go, Plymouth Argyle could well be starting to get desperate.
Yes, potentially, Nicholas, but Wednesday potentially looking for a 4th goal. Going to the corner here, Bannon will take it in front of the Corp on our near side. Can Wednesday get a 4th?
The answer is no, because it was deflected. The answer is no, because it was deflected away by the Plymouth defenders. Wednesday still looking for that 4th, but held really well by Plymouth, and Wednesday just aren't going to give this one up. Without a fight, and that was a lovely long range shot, but saved by Conor Hazard. We now have almost 90 seconds until the end of the game. Wednesday have had 24 shots. Plymouth have had only 5, and that just goes to show how dominant Sheffield Wednesday have been throughout this game.
It does, Nicholas, and one of that recent effort was Michael Smith coming from our left-hand side, finding a shot which Hazard pushed away to safety. Plymouth need to work on their shooting in midweek and in training, especially in the cup game in midweek. Otherwise, it could be a very long, hard season for Wayne Rooney and Plymouth Argyle.
Could well be a long season for any club if they keep on faltering the way Plymouth are. Don't forget, it is the League Cup coming up next week, and I will be doing Bromley against AFC Wimbledon on Tuesday night, as it's a throw-in to Wednesday, and the ball is now going as far as I thought was going to go as far as Bannon, but defended by Plymouth, and we now have some 30 seconds to go until full time, as the ball is ended up with Bannon to Anthony Musaba back towards Bannon, and now Michael Smith, the substitute, and it's 4 for Sheffield Wednesday. Amazing finish by the substitute Michael Smith. I didn't think a 4th goal would be coming, but right here and now, it has.
Yes, and it's a substitute, as you mentioned, Nicholas, Michael Smith, who scored the goal. Fantastic way. Bannon down the line he went on the left-hand side. Brilliant bowling. His initial shot was saved by Connor Hazard. But right there, on jogging on the spot, was Michael Smith again to put it home into the back of the net to give Sheffield Wednesday a 4-goal lead. And potentially with this 4th goal, Nicholas, if I just double check, I know it's only one game, but I believe that after that goal there from Michael Smith, and I can confirm to you in around about 20 seconds or so right now, I believe that goal there from Sheffield Wednesday will put them in the top half of the table with that one. They've got the win today with 4, and they will go top of the table. Will
And that
Sheffield
is
Wednesday.
And that is game, set, and match for Sheffield Wednesday. But Plymouth dogged to the very end, as that looks to be Freddie Issaka with the ball just before the he looks slow marks across, but that doesn't matter anymore. It's full time. Sheffield Wednesday take the win, and that is an excellent result for Danny Rawle and his team. But for Wayne Rooney, a very disappointing start to his tenure as Plymouth Argyle manager. He has to reorganise and restructure the team in the weeks to come, particularly in the Carabao Cup. But what a day and a performance for Sheffield Wednesday. Russ, this has surely got to bode well for them for the rest of the season.
Yes, absolutely, Nicholas. Sheffield Wednesday, relentless today. Plymouth didn't have any answers to them. They started to come back into it in the first half well after going to go behind. But I think the second goal shortly after half time is what killed Plymouth today and what just sent them home empty-handed and being beat by 4-0. Wednesday in the second half took their chances when they come. They could have had more than 4 Wednesday, but they'll be pleased that they're off and running with 3 points this season under Danny Rawle, and they will start as they mean to go on and start rolling up the table with the Arrows now as they beat Plymouth by 4-0.
And that wraps up our coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Plymouth Argyle on the Commentary Hub. Don't forget, coming up on Tuesday night, it is the Carabao Cup between Bromley and AFC Wimbledon, and I will be on commentary for that one. Plus, I will also keep you up to date with all the other scores across the system, both and I'll be keeping you up to date with all the goals across the first round in the other matches. But what I am looking forward to seeing is if Bromley can stun AFC Wimbledon just like they did with Harrogate Town yesterday. Join me to find out. Until then, from all of us, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I've been Nicholas Jones. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.